Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Inside Greg's Head, the Greg Perkins podcast. It's almost a new year and it's Friday. Okay, so guys, today's message is forgiveness. Okay, so this was on my mind because I think a lot of times we have things that are on our mind. We have unresolved issues. We have a fight with a friend. We have a fight with a family member. And we just haven't quite known how to forgive people, okay? And remember, my reason for being here, I'm on a mission, right? I want to create a more harmonious, empathetic, and peaceful society. Life is not black or white, it's gray. And except for the grace of God and help from our family members and friends, none of us would be able to make it, okay? All right, so I am here to teach, not to preach. So let's get back to the message of forgiveness, okay? And I was because again, I read a lot. So I saw an article. It was from the Mayo Clinic, and it talked about the harm that when you don't forgive someone, the harm that you cause or can cause to yourself, right? You can hold on to anger, you can hold on to resentment, and it'll be like one of these unresolved issues, one of these things that doesn't make your soul feel at peace, okay? I've known people not to forgive people, and that's like so not good, okay? We should be able to forgive people. Even if we don't rekindle the relationship, we should be able to forgive people. And guys, it's difficult, okay? And I'm going to make a confession today. It's very difficult to forgive people, but I think you should do it, okay? And the forgiveness is for you. You can't say, well, I don't want the other person to know that I'm weak. It doesn't matter what they think. You're doing this for you. You're making a choice. You're making a decision to forgive that person of the harm that they've caused you. For example, can you forgive a cheating spouse, right? Is that the totality of who that person is? Did they make a mistake? Can you forgive someone who disrespected your mom, right? Or one of your children, okay? Can you forgive them? I didn't say, can you be friends with them? I said, can you forgive them, okay? Because as I was putting this video together, I thought about something. I never really knew my real dad, right? The guy who fathered me. I didn't know him. I was raised by my stepdad, an extended family, lots of great uncles and aunts. And I thought about that as I was doing this. I'm like, you know what? I never forgave that guy. And I want to say right now, I think his name was Milton Hilpler. I never looked him up because I'm like, he wasn't a man. He fathered me, but he was never a part of my life. So right now, I want to say, Milton, I forgive you. I don't know that he's alive. I think he's dead. But I want to forgive that guy right now. I'm not going to make any excuses for him. But for me, for my peace, I want to forgive him right now. And guys, and remember, again, when you forgive someone and they don't change, that's not the purpose of it, right? The purpose is for you to have peace. And a lot of you guys, I know that you're spiritual people. Some of you guys are religious. And you know that if you read the Bible, the Quran, or whatever you're into, it talks about the ability to forgive. So if you don't forgive the people that have hurt you, you are at odds with your own principles, okay? So at the end of this video, I'm going to have a challenge for you, okay? So what I want you to do, we can talk about the challenge right now, okay? What I want you to do, I want you to identify a person. Just start with one person that you have not forgiven. I just want you to identify the person, okay? I don't want you to contact them. I just want you to identify the person, right? The next thing I want you to think about is when you forgive this person, what does it look like? Will you call them? Will you meet them for lunch? Will you text them? Okay, so just think about it. Identify the person, right? What will the forgiveness look like? Okay, and guys, if you can't do that, here's a great exercise for you, okay? When you are alone, don't do this in front of other people. When you are alone, Get a chair. Sit that person in the chair and forgive them. Forgive them. Talk to them. Say what it is you need to say and say, you know what? I forgive you. I release that. And then maybe eventually one day you will get up the courage to simply call this person and say, hey, there's something on my mind. There's something that happened between us, and I want to clear this thing up today. Okay? Keeping in mind that this person, they may not be receptive. And again, that's okay, right? You're doing this for you. You are freeing your soul. So that's your challenge. Identify the person. What will you forgiving that person look like? Okay? And put your soul at rest. All right? Because again, I know there's some people out there, you haven't talked to a friend in a while. Maybe you haven't spoken to your parents, maybe a brother and sister. And guys, remember, life is short. So you need to get these things taken care of. All right. So guys, I want to thank you for listening to another episode of Inside Greg's Head, Greg Perkins podcast. Guys, please leave your comments. And for my listeners who are bilingual, this is a good way for you to learn authentic American English. So guys, please leave your comments and or suggestions. What are some of the topics you want to hear, okay? And don't forget your challenge. On that note, guys, make it a positive day. See ya.